नीचे
Dear friends, good morning to all of you. Now tell me, how many of you want to become doctors? Lift your hand. So very good doctors, okay? How many of you don't disturb photograph this like that? Police this like that? I want students, okay? Now how many of you want to become engineers, scientists? Oh, very good. How many of you want to become IAS officer, collector? IAS officer. How many of you want to become political leaders? Don't worry, we need a lot of good political leaders. How many of you? You follow? Which class are you studying? Very good, I'm glad you want to become political leader. Tell me, as a political leader, what you will do?
Sir, as you, I have recently read your book Vision 2020 and I'm keenly interested to make sure that India becomes what you have said in that book. Not just in 2020 but even before that. And if it's 2020, it should be better than what you have said.
Fantastic fellow you are. How many of you want to go to Mars? How many of you want to go to Mars? All of you want to go to Mars. I will meet you there, okay? Now, India, now you tell me, you know, Earth rotates one axis, right? Yes or no? Yes. How many hours it takes? Very good children, private children are very good. Now, what happened? 24 hours, what happened?
Day and night.
Now this earth follow orbits around?
Sun.
Orbits around?
Sun.
Very good. How much time it takes?
365 days.
Now I am going to give you a problem, okay? Earth orbits around the sun. Takes 1 year. I am in earth, you are in earth, okay? I am in the 77th orbit around the sun. I am in the 77th orbit around sun. What's my age?
77.
Eh?
77.
How many people say 77? How many say 76? Oh, 76 fellows are correct. Because I have not completed. Will be complete one orbit. Okay? This is 1 year. Age 1 plus 1. I am not asking, I am on the 77th orbit, so my age should be 76. Okay? Now tell me, you said Earth orbits around the sun. Sun orbits around what?
Milky Way.
Fantastic. Milky Way. Milky Way is our galaxy. We are all the children of Milky Way. Now how much time it will take? The sun orbiting around the Milky Way, how much time it will take? Difficult? Anybody will get? 250 million years. 250 million years because it's a elliptical, millions and millions of stars are there. How many planets we have in our star sun? How many planets?
8 planets.
No, 7, 8 is correct, okay. Now 8 planets are there. Now the children, now India has got a plan. They are going to orbit around the sun, orbit around the moon this year, and put a payload. They will land a 50 kg payload on the moon, and then to characterize the geological status of the moon. Okay, among my friend Madhavan Nair, Chairman, Indian Space Research Organization, says within 15 to 20 years, an astronaut will go to moon and Mars. How many of you want to be the astronaut? Very good, very nice. Now children, I have only 15 minutes, okay? Now you are going to repeat with me. Ready? Knowledge equal to, repeat, knowledge is equal to creativity plus righteousness plus courage. Now tell me, what is your knowledge? Very good, very good. Now, what is creativity? Creativity, righteousness, and courage. That is equal to knowledge. When you go to school, you are going to come out of the school after 15 to 16 years. You will have creativity. You should have a good school. I hope your school is a good school. Yes or no?
Yes.
Otherwise your teacher can take you to task. If it's a good school, you will have creativity. Creativity, righteousness, and courage. What is creativity? Now you are going to tell me. Learning, not eaten. Learning, use, creativity. Creativity leads to thinking. Thinking provides knowledge. Knowledge makes you. Knowledge makes you. Knowledge makes you. Huh? Knowledge makes you. Knowledge makes you great. Okay? Repeat. Knowledge makes you great. Next component. Time. This is righteousness. What is righteousness? This righteousness, even staff officer, railway staff officer can repeat, not your children. Okay? Okay? Will you do it? You will feel comfortable. Will you do it? Yes or no?
Yes.
Where there is righteousness in the heart, there is beauty in the character. Where there is beauty in the character, there is harmony in the home. When there is harmony in the home, there is order in the nation. When there is order in the nation, there is peace in the world. Oh dear children, you will learn two things. What is that? First one?
Knowledge.
Huh?
Righteousness.
Creativity plus righteousness. What is the third one?
Courage.
Courage to think different. Courage to invent. Courage to travel into an unexplored path. Courage to discover the impossible. Courage to combat the problem and succeed are the unique qualities of children, youth. As the youth of my nation, I will work with courage to achieve success in all the missions. Okay, I wish you all the best. Now you know what is knowledge? What is knowledge?
Righteousness plus creativity plus courage.
Order. Creativity.
Creativity plus righteousness plus courage.
You are good children. Now you have got knowledge. Okay, wish you all the best. What's the time? Okay. What is it?
Sir, is competition between the students necessary? And did you face it in your student life?
Which one?
Competition between the students.
Competition between the students. I personally believe you have to compete yourself. As an individual, you want to excel. Okay? When you excel, suppose you get 80 marks. Okay? Your friend has got 90 marks. Okay? You have got a good aim to go to 90 marks, not a bad aim. Isn't that? But if another friend has 40 marks and you cannot aim 40 marks for long. So always competition to put you high. After all, competitiveness finally is very important for the nation. The great big things have been done for the nation only by competitiveness. Today we are competing with the developed world. You know, the economically developed world. India wants to become economically developed world. Nothing wrong in competition. But the competition should not lead to bad taste, confusion,
Yes,
and
sir.
enmity. It should not. Next question. Yes, sir.
So, I am Anshu Prasad, Standard 9, Auxilium Convent. My question to you is, the youths of today are totally derived towards the Western civilization or the Western culture, and they are not understanding what the Indian culture is. Why do you think is it so?
Well, I believe it is the finally a family. Where from children come? Children, righteous in the heart, righteousness in the heart, beauty in the character. Righteous in the heart, where from it comes? Righteousness in the heart comes from three people. Father, mother, and the primary school teacher. So you can learn the best. Our civilization strength, you will learn the best from only these three people. If they miserably fail, Western culture will take over. So my suggestion to all the schools, I'm pushing all the schools, every week they will have 1 hour moral science class. In the moral science class, the great human beings of our nation, Lord Buddha, and then Mahatma Gandhi, Sir C.V. Raman, Srinivasa Ramanathan, such great people, how they were good human beings, and at the same time they were part of our civilization. Okay? Okay?
Sir, my question is about scientific research as a career option. Sir, in the current scenario, it isn't a very lucrative field, science research. So, sir, should it be taken as a full-time career or maybe as a part-time activity, having some other job or business as a backup?
Look, science is a lifetime mission. Science is a lifetime mission. You see the Alexander Fleming, he started working when he was age 15 years old. Okay? So scientific, his interest in science. Finally, he discovered penicillin when he was 55 or 60. Okay? And then he didn't stop there, penicillin. Then penicillin, what is the other type of penicillin? If you inject penicillin, it will not take care of the typhoid. Then he went on discovering what type of vaccine needed for a typhoid. So a science mission is a continuous process. Sir C.V. Raman discovered Raman effect. He didn't stop there. Then he started characterizing the diamond, characterizing the diamond, and he went into the music, the research on the music. So if the science is a full-time career, I'm sure in another decade's time now they are starting number of institute of science research, institute of science and education research. About 10 numbers will come in the country. There BSc, MSc, PhD, all these good students they go up to PhD, and then there is a possibility they will be given the employment potential also will be there accompanied with that. Okay? Yes. Last question. Yes. Yes.
Good morning, sir. So my question is that what we as students can do to develop our country?
Can you student do?
To develop our country.
Eh?
To develop our country, sir.
To make your country great.
Yes.
Eh?
Yes.
4 things were.
Yes.
Number one, you must have a aim in life. You must say, I will become a great engineer. If you become a great engineer, if you become a great politician, if you become a great railway engineer, railway officer, that is a great for the country. Okay? So first thing, aim. You must have a great aim. You should not start with the aim. Okay? Just now you said many of you want to mark. You have to acquire the knowledge. First aim, second one, acquire the knowledge. Third one, certainly hard work. Very good, hard work. Fourth thing, you should not get defeated by the problem. Because defeat the problem is success. Perseverance. What are the 4 things, tell me? Aim, acquire the knowledge, hard work, perseverance. Perseverance means but all till you succeed, you work hard. Okay? Sufficient? All question okay? Okay? Now all of you repeat now. Dream. Dream. Transforms. Into. Thoughts. Thoughts. Result into action. Thank you, God bless you.
Thank you, sir. That was fantastic. Right. Vinayak Hitpam, N. Bade, Orwan, Manat Hitpam, Matriya, Ellam Pira. The powerful mind does powerful acts, rest comes thereafter. Some, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a man who is as adept in playing Rudraveena as he is with the science, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, sir.
Can I go? Madam Sobhana Jainji, Madam Suhas Kumar, Sanhar, there's some much Ji, and members of Private Staff College, distinguished guests and friends. Good morning to all of you. First of all, I am very happy and delighted to address the students and faculty members of Railway Staff College, Vadodara. I am happy that the Railway Staff College has been educating the executives of the railways with a mission of excellence in executive education. Now tell me, this is the side, this side executive?
Yeah, Pandit is in the center.
Left, all left. Tell me, what? At least 5 people. What is your dream in railway? Oh, it's not working. All of you can hear me? Railway, what you want to be? I will go to third row. One should get up and say, what's your dream? Then only I will give a talk. Who will get up? Bold enough, after all, life is like that. Yes.
Sir, we want to make a railway good for the passenger, where the passenger can feel home and they can travel with the punctuality, safety and faster.
Beautiful. That is, you want to have a safe train and comfortable train and user friendly, passenger friendly. That's your vision. Very good. I am happy. Sixth row. That lady is going to get up. Yes. Anyone. Then you don't worry about the row. Any one of the 3, I want 3 answers. Yes. Now lift your hand, who want to answer? Lift your hand. Why you are hesitating? Yes. See, unless you have an aim, how you became a great railway engineer, railway officer. You should have a dream. But children, those are the children. One child wants to go to Mars. When children want to go to Mars, you also should have a big dreams here.
So, I want the Indian Railways to contribute to the India's becoming a superpower. India is becoming an economic superpower also.
Okay.
And at the same time, integrating the country, which it has been doing, but reinforce it and make it work in unison for all.
Very good. Yes. Next one. Yes. That one.
Myself, DC Mandal, APO from Southeast Central Railway, Nagpur. Being a personnel officer, I want to redress the grievances of all the staff and railway officers.
Very good. Anyone? Yes. I'm glad now number are coming down.
Good morning, sir. I am basically in charge of training of the IRS professionals, and I want to make my professionals that they should respect the people and without slighting anybody, they should serve and serve humbly. That is my aim.
Very good. Okay. Yes.
In my own profession, I want to see that my department becomes corruption-free.
Corruption-free. Yes, very good. You see, the children are very happy. Next. Anyone? You see that such beautiful answers have come. No lady got up. No. Oh, yeah.
Good
Yes.
morning, sir. I would like, as a railway officer, that a young railway officer should be loyal to the Constitution of India and contribute to nation building with the principles of integrity, honesty, and honor.
Okay, very good. Friends, I believe if I am a railway officer, I want to share with you. Of course, I am going to give a big talk to you. Be ready for that. That if I am a railway officer, my dream will be another 10 years time. The railways should be a competitive system, and it will have waterways. Not only railway they will manage, railway train go near the waterway, the passenger go to the waterway, and waterway also from one end of the country, another end of the country, a big waterway also railway will manage. That's my dream. Let you hear me what I am saying. So friends, first of all, I would like to say the topic I have, the development of an officer from a probationer to a responsible executive with high quality professional skills for meeting the organizational growth is an important task for the Indian Railways. The college over the years, I understand, has built professional excellence, the strength of the character very important so that corruption will not be there, and then intellectual integrity, again corruption will not be there, honesty, originality, creativity, innovation, the ability to work with the team, and a sense of safety among the probationer and middle level officer participating in training programs from time to time. I congratulate the faculty members of the Railway Staff College, both present and past, who have built a robust institutional framework for training of all railway executives during the last 58 years. My greetings to the Director General of the college, faculty members, staff and railway executives attending various programs. Recently, in Delhi, I have talked about Railway Vision 2030. That is another 22 years time. Railway Vision 2030 in a conference organized by National Academy of Engineering, which I thought of sharing with you today. Plus some more thing I am adding, since you all will be at the helm of affairs when the vision is translated into reality. I like to talk to the top Railway Vision 2030. My subject is Railway Vision 2030. I still remember the scene where railways have played a very important role. Pampad Railway Bridge, which is over 2 km long, connects the mainland and Rameswaram Island in the sea. The bridge has deployed columns in the middle of the bridge for certain type of ships to move from Bay of Bengal to Arabian Sea. The original bridge was built by Mr. Surj in 1914 during the British time. It has gone through some rough weather, cyclones and damages. Every time railways have made important contribution in recovering the bridge faster. I appreciate the technological competence of the railways in cost-effective way, working out a conversion scheme of the bridge from meter gauge to broad gauge by adding additional foundation and certain strengthening members. The bridge is open for broad gauge railway traffic for over 6 months, and passengers coming from Kashi to Rameswaram are happy. I also appreciate the Madurai Rameswaram meter gauge to broad gauge conversion and its operationalization for people's use. I appreciate the Ministry of Railways under the leadership of Railway Minister for the effort to turn around the Indian Railways into a profitable enterprise by innovative revamping of the freight, passenger and express rail services. The management experience gained by the Indian Railways over the years, including disaster management, should be documented and become the subject of study in management institutions in India and abroad. Similarly, the experience gained by other large organizations should be utilized by the railways for solving challenging problems. During the last 50 years, the country has increased the length of the railway network from 53,000 kilometers to 63,000 kilometers. During the same period, we have seen the progressive change in the locomotive systems. Diesel and electric locomotives have replaced steam engines, excepting in certain heritage areas. Computerized passenger reservation system is operational over the years with incremental improvement in delivery system every year. Delhi Metro Rail Corporation has brought to the country the most advanced rail technologies for the first time. The notable gains to the country are lightweight stainless steel structure, sleek modern trains with the pneumatic springs, regenerative braking, public information display, wide vestibules and automatic doors. Very soon similar system will be available in other metropolitan cities. In spite of these improvements, it has been found that the proportion of passenger traffic and freight traffic carried by the railways in comparison to the road traffic has been on the decline compared to road. Also, the road transport sector is responsible for the large part of the emission of greenhouse gases. Hence, there is a need from the economic point of view and also protection of the environment point of view for enhancing the railway network in the country for realizing sustainable growth. I would like to give certain suggestions for transforming Indian railways into a world-class passenger and freight carrier. The concerned people should note down. Now the railways are already planning, and it is an augmenting rail network. The railways are already planning dedicated freight corridors in the Golden Quadrilateral and two diagonals north-south and east-west covering over 11,000 kilometers of route lengths. There is a need to increase the railway network to the northeastern states. This will enable faster development of the northeastern region and also act as a national integration mission because it has been found that low connectivity is one of the main reasons for low pace of development of the northeastern state regions. Keeping all this in mind, the Railway Vision 2030 must aim at increasing the total route length to 78,000 kilometers from the present 63,000 kilometers, including the dedicated freight corridors across the nation. In addition, all the existing meter gauge lines should be converted as a broad gauge lines. These lines can be created through BOOT, that is build, operate, own and transfer system. Next one is about power plant. Presently, Indian railways are using diesel and electric traction in the ratio of 40:60. There is a need to examine whether we can increase this ratio to 20/80 by the year 2030. Also, the railway system has to consider whether they can use 100% biodiesel for the diesel locomotives. The power plant designers have to work to create such a diesel engines through improved designs. I have noticed that presently railways have over 43,000 hectares of vacant land. So far, they have planted 2 crore Jatropha plants in the vacant land in certain areas. Indian Railways has already taken a significant step of running 2 passenger locomotives in the Tanjavur to Nagpur section Tamil Nadu and 6 train diesel multi-trains in Tiruchirappalli, Lalgudi, Dindigul and Karur section Tamil Nadu with a 5% blend to biofuel source from its in-house electrification plants. The railways may consider planting additional Jatropha plant so as to cover at least 35,000 hectares, leaving the balance land for other development tasks. I understand some of the vacant land gets flooded with water during the monsoon. Utilization of this land could be done by developing certain variety of flood-tolerant biodiesel plant. This will enable generation of over 70,000 tons of biodiesel annually, which can be used for running the diesel locomotive with suitable blending. Also, Jatropha plantation parallel to the track will reduce the noise pollution in the region. This action will have fivefold benefits of reducing the operational costs, reduce the atmospheric pollution, reduce the noise pollution, reduce the electromagnetic pollution, and providing productive employment for the rural sector. Also, we can consider tapping the solar energy during the day for providing energy for heating, air conditioning, and lighting of the trains. Now, what is the domain of operation? Railways are providing point-to-point transportation system in the country. Over the years, due to the growth in the road transportation and the improvement of the roads, proportion of railway business has come down from both freight and passenger traffic. To remedy this situation, I would suggest examining methods by which the railways can provide door-to-door service, which may involve multi-mode transportation from the residence to a fast metro, a slow metro, and then to a long-distance train. This will need railways to consider themselves as the inland transportation agency. With this change in the scope of the business, railways may also consider development of inland waterways which can be used for freight transportation and tourism. This project can be linked to the interlinking of the reverse project so that large part of the country can have transportation through waterways, which is presently only 1% of the total transportation length. Railway safety. While studying the accident record of the railways, I find that the number of accidents have come down from 414 in the year 2002 to 233 in the year 2005-2006. This works out in nearly 0.55 and 0.28 accidents per million train kilometers respectively. Trend analysis of railway accident demonstrate railway staff failures followed by failure of other than railway staff, mostly road users, constitute 53.9% and 31.3% of total accidents respectively. The paradigm behind most of the world-class railways is minimal human independence, best achieved by technological aids together with the reliability of assets. This will need a time-bound program on renewal of track, bridges, rolling stock, and signaling gears, and conversion of all the unmanned level crossing of the manned to the manned level crossing. For arranging collision-free system, onboard train protection system such as GPS-based anti-collision devices have been fitted in all trains. This may have to be augmented by synthetic vision system with human override option to take care of unusual situations. Synthetic vision of millimeter wave or sub-millimeter wave imaging can provide all weather day-night visibility through fog, smoke, and dust storm, helping drivers to visualize the real-life situation. Now we call the engine driver. Engine driver. In America, they are calling engineer they call it.
Now we are calling loco pilot.
Now
we are calling loco pilot.
Pilot, that's very respectable, very good. So, pilot, loco pilot, that's very nice. In addition to GPS-based system, space technology can be used for real-time tracking, observing, surveillance, and monitoring of trains, tracks, railway station, and the related infrastructure neighborhood by using high-resolution remote-sensing satellites, which are now capable of providing resolution fraction of a meter. In addition to accident prevention, we have to ensure that the coaches and engines are designed with crash-worthy features so that damage to the people is minimal in case of an accident. In respect of metro system, wherever there is an underground operation, there is an inbuilt protection against electromagnetic radiation. However, when we have to use our headlights for metro transportation, we should plan for electromagnetic radiation protection system. Now I come to passenger security. For enhancing passenger security, there is a need for injecting new technologies in the operation of railway protection corps. The high-performance computers and microprocessors with fast algorithm software can become one of the most important modules for networking of all the units. In addition, Internet provides opportunity to access any type of information faster from any place as communication is linked through satellites. This should be used carefully. Use of information and communication technology should be definitely result in removing the jurisdictional anomalies arising between place of occurrence and place of reporting of a crime by passengers. There is a need to remove the division of responsibility between state police and railway protection force and empowering the RTF with legal powers to tackle all cognizable offences under the Indian Penal Code and also special acts so that there is a single point responsibility for tackling crimes against railway passengers. Indian Railways have been using the chain pulling system for many years. Though this system provides an opportunity for the passengers to unilaterally stop the train in an emergency, majority of the time this system has been used by wrong elements. With the advent of new technology, it will be useful to consider provision of a communication system in all the compartments so that the driver or the pilot and guard can be accused by any passenger during the emergency for stopping the trains. Fingerprint-based electronic communication system should be introduced to stop the train in case of emergency. Railways may consider incorporating modern communication system progressively in all the trains of the country in a time-bound manner. We should make all our efforts to reduce the number of casualties occurring in each operation. The advent of new technologies has provided new dimensions of policing, surveillance, and dealing with criminals and maintaining law and order in the trains. Advanced sensors have become crucial for forewarn many situations and keep surveillance. The provision of state-of-the-art communication system, including mobile system, night vision devices, information technology solutions, micro gadgets, and intelligent networking with security can provide better managed solution for critical operation. It will help the railway personnel to plan and execute difficult and complex mission with precision and low casualty rate. Multi-deck bridge in Seoul. I saw a bridge here in Korea. A few back I was in Seoul and in Korea, South Korea. I studied the technological challenges involved in the Yeongyang Grand Bridge. This bridge is over 4 kilometers long, incorporating 3 different structural systems. I saw that. The bridge has double decks. It is a different structural system, suspension bridge, truss bridge, and steel box bridge. The bridge has double decks to carry a 6-lane highway on the upper deck and a 4-lane highway and dual rail lines in the lower deck. The suspension bridge in a 3-dimensional self-anchored suspension bridge. The shape of the cable and the stiffened girder were designed to symbolize the caves of traditional Korean Kua house. There are 27 bridges in the Han River which provide the vibrancy to the economic activity of the Seoul. The bridge is called Yeongyang Grand Bridge. In Korea, road transportation system and rail transport system work together. In Korea, road transport system and the rail transport system work together for a common national development goal. Our railway and road transport may like to study together for selecting the best option suit the people requirement. Now, multi-layer railway station. Presently, all the platforms of the railway station are extremely crowded, especially during mornings and evening, particularly at large stations. The main bottleneck is being created by the single overbridge or the exit in the platform. This system was designed probably to check the passenger ticket while leaving the station. With the advancement technology and all the trains being reservation system, there is a need to get strict entry control rather than the exit control. We should plan to introduce multi-layered railway station and multi-level entry and exit mechanism with electronic entry and exit control. Progressively, in the first phase, we should select the most crowded railway station in the country, mainly in metropolis, and introduce the multi-layer railway station with the multiple entry and exit route with all the rail ticket barcoding system for security, and also introduce platform ticketing through cell phones and also introduction of a parking slot underground. Also, each railway station should be fully equipped with first aid facilities, patient transport system, and ambulance system to meet any medical emergency for the passengers. All railway stations should be disabled friendly, apart from providing the regular state-of-the-art amenities for food, recreation, transit accommodation, and sanitary facilities. In course of time, we should progressively convert all the major cities and Tier 2 cities into multi-layer railway stations. This singular action will bring a major leap in the railway station infrastructure in the country and also regulate the traffic at the railway station in a big way. This will also reduce the operation by anti-social elements who take advantage of the crowding in the platform and the passengers become victims. The platform of 2030 should look like a large mall. Invite the passenger to the station. Also, there is a need for having a passenger-friendly communication system in the platform so that passengers board the right train and reach the destination safely. Apart from enhancing the railway station infrastructure, we should consider introduction of a double-decker trains in select routes wherever it is overcrowded and also meet the festive season demands. We should also establish direct destination freight trains which will bypass cities, offering a greener alternative to the long distance lorry traffic. This may be executed through public-private partnership mode. Now, Ministry of Railways, in association with state government, should introduce super fast track metro train facility to the newly constructed airport infrastructure in the major metropolis, which may be 50 to 100 km away from the city. But the airport train should reach the destination in shorter than, say, 20 minutes from the multiple locations in a user-friendly manner so that the domestic and international air travel experience is pleasant. Simultaneously, to free the city traffic congestion. The planning should be such that it should attract the passengers with the luggage and international travel, trying to avoid transportation by car to reach the airport as far as possible. We have been continuously increasing the passenger per coach, whereas there has not been a concomitant increase in the toilet and washroom facilities in the coaches. One of the important requirements is the improved system of the toilet with the environmental friendly discharge system. And this type of toilet is essential for keeping our platform clean. And also there is a need to review number of toilets needed in a coach and provide adequate number so that passengers do not suffer during the journey. We should consider introduction of a medical coach for the trains with full-fledged medical team to cater to any medical emergency while on the move. Each train should be fitted with mobile medical facilities such as portable medical modalities and the appropriate treatment facilities. Any medical emergency should be handled. The medical team must also be equipped to provide first-line services during the disaster. It is essential to introduce what is called STMP. STMP means Satellite Digital Multimedia Broadcasting. It is essential to introduce satellite digital multimedia broadcasting for providing mobile communication through multimedia such as TV broadcasting, radio broadcasting, audio, video and data internet communication in the moving trains. Indian Railways and ISRO should jointly launch this project to enhance the railway communication with a higher order of magnitude, making the railway travel a business, entertainment, education, as well as a secured experience using large LCD screens, internet kiosks, customized multimedia screens for the affordable passengers. This will bring phenomenal change in the way we perceive the today's train travel experience and attract the potential business passengers too. Introduction of the STMP system will also pave the way for monitoring, tracking, alerting, TV news, announcement system in modern ways. Introduction of this system will make the passenger feel he is not cut off from the world. Eastern Express train will enable the small farmers to transfer their agriculture produce to market centers across the country in the shortest possible time by ensuring value addition to their produce as well as to increase the commodity exchange to meet the demand and supply in the specific region. Friends, with this aspect I have discussed above, I would like to give my visualization of Indian railways in the year 2030. How Indian railway by 2030 is going to look like. Number one, Indian Railways has a route length of 88,000 kilometers, covering all the states in the country, catering to the needs of over 20 million passengers per day, including tourism. Number two, the average speed of travel for passenger train in the railways will be more than 200 km per hour, and for goods train it will be 150 km per hour. Third point, Indian Railways would have transformed into an inland transportation system, providing door-to-door service using multimode transportation system, having 15,000 km length of inland waterways for tourism and freight traffic. Accident rate is less than 0.1 per million train kilometers. Passengers feel they are absolutely secure and safe. Fifth point, Indian Railways will be known for its punctuality, just-in-time delivery of goods. Sixth, multi-layered railway station platform is crowd-free, facilitate free movement to all passengers in all the metro and Tier 1, Tier 2 cities. 7. The railways produce 70,000 tons of biodiesel through their own plantation annually. 8. Point, the coach utilization increases from the present 500 km per day to 1,500 km per day. 9th point, railway system integrates all the 28 states and 7 union territories and becomes a partner in promoting the economic, social and cultural vibrancy of the nation in fulfilling the aspiration of the 3 sectors of the economy, namely agriculture, service and manufacturing. The railways will work with SAARC countries to have a common SAARC railway system. That's the future. Now friends, since the role of Railway Staff College, for all this big mission, big dream, big mission, what would you do? I would suggest the Railway Staff College to break down the 10 vision elements into small projects and tasks which could be given to the officers participating in probation course, foundation courses and induction training programs of the college. Each task will be given to a group of 4 students. The integration of task and project could be done by the participants of advanced management program. Based on these inputs, the faculty members can facilitate building of simulation model for execution of the vision elements and determine the impact which it can make to the railways as a whole. This type of continuing research will facilitate building of team spirit among the executives, promote capacity to work in interdisciplinary teams, and transform Railway Staff College's Railway Research Institute. Railway Staff College should not be Staff College, it should be Railway Research Institute. While carrying out these tasks, Railway Staff College could also associate the expert from industry, academic institute partners. So friends, in conclusion, I have derived the following special traits of a leader based on my experience. Leader must be able to travel into an unexplored path. Your train all going regular path. Some trains should unexplored path. Leader must know how to manage a success, sometimes failure, an accident, where leader should not be frightened. Leader must know how to manage a success and failure. Leader must have a courage to take decision. Leader should have a nobility in management. For success in all this mission, it is essential to have creative leaders. Creative leadership means exercising the vision to change the traditional role from the commander to the coach, manager to the mentor, from director to delegator, from one who demands respect to one who facilitates self-respect. For realizing Railway Vision 2030, the important thrust will be on the generation of a number of creative leaders by Railway Staff College. What is the job of Railway Staff College? Create number of creative leaders. My best wishes to all the members of Railway Staff College in their mission of developing the quality human resource needed for realizing the goals of transforming Indian railways into a world-class inland, environment-friendly, transportation system for the nation before the year 2030. May God bless you all, friends. Thank you.